January 6th, 2023. You guessed it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I'll talk to you a little bit today about one day you're a hero, the next day you're a villain, and what do I mean by that? If you have Facebook or any social media now, you're seeing that these paramedics and trainers are being considered heroes for saving the football player's life when he had a heart attack on the field. Well, back during the pandemic, truck drivers were considered heroes. Nurses, doctors were heroes. Okay, we're going to use truck driver for example. Well, they were considered heroes. People in my area was telling them, you remember during when they couldn't get showers, the truck stops wouldn't let them stop and use showers and stuff. People were putting on Facebook, you can stop by my place and get a free meal and a hot shower if you need to because you're a true hero. Well, 8 months later, they started road construction on our mountain road, and the truckers were, blocking traffic, going down roads they wasn't supposed to. It made them the villain. People didn't want to deal with them. These truckers shouldn't be coming through here. Goes back to what I say about short attention spans. Same thing with doctors and nurses now. During the pandemic, they were heroes for working all them hours, and putting up with it and being right there on the front lines. Well, now you go to the doctor, everybody's claiming that you're getting crappy health care. They're villains. See, we're so far gone as a country that we need a hero for everything. Everything that everybody does needs to be a hero. You know, most of the time it's just part of doing your job. That's what it is. Now I'm glad the medics and the trainers and everything were able to help that young man. But you need to remember that if you go to the doctor and you get crappy health care or something, that hey, they're heroes. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know, when something good happens, we want to label everyone a hero, but little minor convenience, something out of the way, we want to label them, just they don't need to be around us. Understand what I'm talking about. Now, I will admit that healthcare right now is not that good. Y'all know if you follow my channels, I went to the doctor and showed you how much it costs without insurance. It wound up costing me $185 for essentially $15 worth of medicine. And the doctor never touched me, never listened to nothing on me. He asked me questions, and he kept looking at his watch, wanting to hurry up and get out of the room. But, I don't know how y'all's doctors are. I'm sure some of you probably still has good doctors, but the caring doctors that we used to have, like my doctor that died a couple years ago of cancer, he was the type of doctor that would come in there and he would sit there for an hour. He didn't care. He would listen to everything you had to say, and if he couldn't figure out what it was, he was going to try to figure it out for you. Nowadays, it's pretty much a money game. It's always been a money game. And what I mean by that is if you go to the doctor nowadays without insurance, and like me, I'm diabetic. Well, anything that's wrong with me, according to them, is results of me being diabetic. It's from me being diabetic. If I cut my finger, it's because I'm diabetic. If I get a headache, it's because I'm diabetic. If my chest hurts, it's because of my diabetes. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got high blood pressure, that's something strange too. I've had high blood pressure since I was 18 years old, but my blood pressure was good that day. I went to the doctor and they didn't prescribe me no blood pressure medicine. But some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've got the doctors nowadays, they're wanting to jump on one thing, to treat you. Like if they realize you're diabetic, then every problem you have is related to your diabetes. High blood pressure, everything's related to your high blood pressure. They're not willing to actually help you anymore or try to help you. Now, if you have good insurance, and I'm talking about, I know Medicare is not that good, but to the doctors it's good because they'll throw you in the hospital and run every kind of test they can to get paid. My doctor that died, he never would accept Medicaid, and I asked him one time, I said, why do you not accept Medicaid? He said, it's because at the end of the day, when I see a patient on Medicaid, after I pay all my bills, I get $2 per patient. I said, well, why do you accept Medicare? He said, I make $150 to $200 per patient a day. See, they'll run tests on you. But get back to the point of the video. Everybody that's calling these people heroes, I want you to remember that when, they do something to annoy you. Like you're at the hospital and you ask the nurse to go do this and she doesn't do it. You got to remember a few months ago you called them a hero. They don't save everybody, and it's not their fault. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It doesn't matter who's there working on you. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But I understand this young football player, he's not out of the woods yet, but I understand he's awake, and alert, and he's communicating by writing on paper. I still want to know what happened to him, what caused it. We'll never know. I mean, they'll never release it, but there's a lot of questions that needs to be answered because a lot of these pro athletes are falling over with heart problems all of a sudden in the last year and a half, 2 years. You used to only see it in pro wrestlers, but you got to think a pro wrestler works, what, 350 days a year maybe? You know, they're on the road all the time. They live 20 years in 2 years of life, you know. But guys, let me know what your thoughts is on this. Some of you's been asking about Omega sitting here, and I'll give you another look. He's kind of sleepy, but there he is. He's doing good. He's starting to learn. He's still young. We'll get him trained up. He's going to be trained as a tracking dog and protection dog. So, but everybody, that's Omega. He's a pretty good little doggy right now. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think that everybody's a hero, or do you think certain people are a hero, or do you think it's just people doing their job and they're in the right place at the right time? And if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It doesn't matter who's there working on you, who's there helping you, or what. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Like or dislike this video, comment on it. You know, I don't mean to touch on any nerves if you work in a healthcare professional or anything like that, but what I'm saying is the truth. You know, it doesn't, people need to realize you're proud of them at this moment, but you still need to be proud of them in the bad moments. Like I told you, healthcare right now is crappy. Everybody knows that. It is crappy. It's crappy on the employees. It's crappy on the patients. A lot of doctors won't even treat you if you're not agreeing to something. If you don't get something, they don't want to treat you now. But let me know your thoughts on this. Hit that subscribe button if you're still watching. Like or dislike the video. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. You're the only person that can protect yourself and your family. Guys, stay safe. Get prepped up. We may get another video up today. I'm not sure. If not, we'll get one tomorrow. Thank you to everybody that's watching. Welcome to all the new subscribers. You know, I hope to keep growing. Stay safe. Get prepped up. Guys, remember, hero today, villain tomorrow. That's our mentality here in America. Stay safe.